Hello, thank you so much for joining me. I'm happy that you're joining me, but I am sad for you that you probably have chosen this sequence because you're either feeling under the weather or are feeling like you're about to be sick or not feeling well. So I hope that this really gentle sequence maybe helps clear out some of that congestion or just helps you feel better in your body as it fights off whatever germs it's dealing with. So thank you again for joining today. If you haven't practiced with me before, I do cue to silence. If you want some soft music, you can turn that on now. Or maybe this is a great time if you haven't ever practiced in silence to give it a try and just really be attuned to your body and to your breath. Either way is perfectly fine. And I hope you enjoy the practice and subscribe to my channel. We're going to start in this nice easy seat. And you may notice that I have some props here. I have a couple of blocks. I have a blanket, I have a bolster. I'm going to show you some options that can make some of the poses maybe even just a little bit cozier for you. But if you don't have a bolster, a pillow or two can suffice. If you don't have blocks, nice big books can work. And hopefully you have a blanket if you're wanting one. So again, as we settle in, we're going to start in that nice easy seat. That tall spine. And if you want that blanket, you can drape it over the feet or even underneath the feet for a little extra cushion and support. We're going to let those shoulders relax down the back. Feel the length of the back. And just notice that breath, even if it's not as deep as you would like, or if it's a little raspy or a little rattly, it's still the miracle of breath and life. And so we're not trying to change it today. We're just noticing and appreciating it. Turning inward. And really spending this next bit of time focused on our body and what it's needing and wanting. Caring for ourselves. And feel free to keep the eyes closed as long as you like. We're going to start that movement with shoulder circles. A lot of times we carry stress in those shoulders, and especially when we're not feeling well, they really tighten up and tense. So really make those nice big shoulder circles. And we'll switch. We'll roll those shoulders forward. And we'll come back to neutral. Let's tip the right ear toward the right shoulder. Remember, the shoulders are soft. Inhale, sweep the chin down toward the chest. And then exhale, left ear toward left shoulder. Just remember, through practice, we're being gentle, we're honoring the body. Inhale through center, exhale back over to the right. Even if you're used to a regular yoga practice and being able to do certain things, today we're just trying to feel a little bit better and to really care for our body. And last time, inhale through center, exhale left ear toward left shoulder. And inhale, center. We'll come back up to neutral. Let's inhale those arms up overhead. Clasp the hands together. Turn the palms upward. And then exhale, lean to the right. Open up that left side body. Keep the shoulders stacked. Inhale up. And exhale, gently shifting and leaning to the left. Inhaling, center. And then as we exhale and release the hands, we're going to bring that right hand behind the body, left hand to that right knee, exhaling into the twist. Inhale up through center, exhale off to the left. And inhaling, center, exhale, release. And let's bring ourselves to a tabletop, hands and knees. And maybe I want that blanket under the knees for just a little more comfort. Inhale, I'll lift the gaze, drop the belly button. Exhale, round the spine, tucking the chin, push the mat away, round that spine for cat. Inhaling, cow. And exhaling, cat. 2 more of each. And we'll come back to neutral. Next, we're going to sweep that left arm up and open, circle out the wrists, first one way, and then the other. And then exhale, we're going to sweep that arm under, palm up, bringing that left ear down toward the mat. Maybe we walk that right arm up. Inhale, walk that hand back, press into the mat, and come back up to tabletop. And then inhale, we'll sweep that right arm up and open, circling the wrist, and switching directions. And then exhale, sliding that palm up and under the body, walking that left hand toward the top of the mat. And we'll walk that left hand back, pressing into the mat, and coming back to neutral. Let's take the knees as wide as the mat. We'll touch the big toes together. We're going to sink back into a child's pose. This is one of those poses that you might like with a bolster or a big pillow, something you can kind of hug in front of the body so that you can sink and really settle into that child's pose and really feel comfortable and like it's one of those restorative poses for you. Closing the eyes, settling in, and letting that bolster really support you. Sinking into the mat and the bolster. Maybe switching ears if you have an ear on the pillow or the bolster. Turning the other way if it's comfortable. And just bringing that mind back to the breath if it wanders off. Just take one more nice big breath here. And then use that inhale to slowly come up and off the bolster. Unless you don't want to, you can always stay. And then starting back in that tabletop, we're going to walk the hands to the top of the mat. We're going to try a down dog. See if that feels good, that inversion. Maybe pedal out the feet. If it's too intense, if you're too congested, just settle back down into that child's pose. If it feels okay, just enjoy a little down dog, feeling that length in the legs, length in the back as you press the chest toward the top of the legs. And then we'll inhale, look up at the hands, and we'll make our way to the top of the mat. And we're going to hang heavy here in ragdoll. Again, letting that head hang heavy, finding that inversion, letting the blood rush to the head. Hopefully maybe enjoying some clearing out. We'll release the arms. And let's slowly roll ourselves up into that mountain position. Shoulders still relaxed. Inhaling up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flattening the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping up tall. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping tall. One more of those. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling up. And this time at the top, circle out a little bit. And we'll switch directions. Nice. And then inhaling at center, we'll exhale, fold, plant the hands. We'll find one more down dog. Again, coming down to child's pose or tabletop at any point that you're needing to or wanting. And then we'll lower down, all of us, to tabletop. And we'll move through tabletop all the way down to a nice easy seat. And we're actually going to roll all the way down onto our backs. And you may want a block or a book handy. As we first roll down, let's windshield wiper those knees side to side, just working out some of that tightness maybe in the lower back. We're going to come back to neutral when you're about even on both sides, planting the feet about hips distance apart. Relaxing the arms down by your sides. We're going to take a few bridge poses. Inhaling to lift the hips. And using those exhales to lower down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Couple more. Now this next one, as you lift the hips, we're going to take that block, we're going to put it right under the hips in the lower back so you feel nice and supported. make any adjustments that you need. And then we're going to send one leg up. And as we feel balanced, we're going to send the other. If you prefer to move against a wall, you can do that. Whatever you're more comfortable with, so that we can extend those legs up, let that blood rush back down into the core and the torso of the body. If you want to circle out the ankles or point and flex the feet, of course, go ahead and do so. And then find that stillness as you feel that cooling rush. Maybe blinking the eyes closed, coming back to that breath, softening the face and the shoulders. Couple more breaths here. One more nice full breath. We're going to start with one foot. Bring it down slowly, let it find its way to the mat. Then bring the other foot. And we'll remove that block. And if you like, you can make your way into Shavasana, however you'd like to do that today, however the body's feeling. Maybe you want a supported Shavasana with a pillow or a bolster under the legs. If you're feeling a lot of congestion in the head, maybe pounding head, we can also set up a Queen's Throne, where we take 2 blocks. We set up at the back of the mat. 1 block nice and tall, or 1 book, and 1 a little bit shorter. Putting that bolster against the blocks, so that we can sit up against it. And you can do whatever's comfortable with the legs here. But we lower down onto that bolster with the back. You should feel that chest open, the shoulders falling off. Again, if you want that blanket, you can drape over the legs. As long as you feel kind of nice and supported. This has that nice elevation of the head. You just want to find something comfortable where you really feel like you can relax. You can be heavy. You can let that body really have a few moments and breaths here in a Shavasana pose to try feel better and rejuvenate and re-energize faster. So as you settle into whatever Shavasana, come back to that breath. However shallow, however ragged, use those exhales to try to relax the body more and more. Releasing that tightness and tension. letting the body know that you're taking care of it, helping it to recover. And of course, feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you like, especially in these days where the body needs it the most. But whenever you're ready, whenever that is, as you come up and face whatever the day brings you, I wish you healing and healthier days ahead. Namaste.